Alrighty then. Welcome. Welcome everyone to the stream. This is GamePro24X. And we are down to do some grinding on New World Order. Okay. So before I start, somebody mentioned in the Discord that there is some information about using save data. It's in the online information. And if they're referring to this, then there is nothing to worry. Hold on, let me continue forward. Yeah, no, okay, so let me go back. Hey there, Camden. Nice to see you here. Okay, so for those of you who are wondering, right there where it says number 7 in terms of saving data, if you actually look this up, I forgot where exactly you would find it. I'm not sure if it's like on their page, on their actual website itself, but essentially when you look up that saving data thing that's under the rules of conduct, it only mentions you using the save data to manipulate it through a program. So basically, if you were to save your save on a USB, put it in the computer, and give yourself like a bunch of resources, a lot of S++ staff, and just all this other bullshit, that is what it's talking about. It is not referring to the infinity farm method or any of the other methods I'm talking about. That is only referring to when you actually manipulate your game save. The great thing about all the methods that I have that regarding the USBs is that you're not manipulating anything. All you're doing is moving your data from one place to another. That is not manipulation. So if anyone had any more confusion on that, I hope that cleared some of it up. Alright, so without further ado, let's go right on ahead and jump into these FOBs.
Heading to FOB.
And I am live on YouTube, Twitch, and on Hitbox. So if any of you guys are watching me on any of those platforms, I am able to see your comments here on my laptop.
Deploying.
Hey there, Mr. Metal Gear. Nice of you to show up. Alright, so we got about 12 people right off the bat. Okay, that's pretty decent. So let's just go ahead and just play a few missions before I start talking about the ideas I have for my channel.
Successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival PF's.
Because usually we start bringing in more people within like the first 30 minutes of the stream. So let's just wait a little bit longer. So if you guys want to ask me anything else in the meantime, feel free to do so. Why don't I use my weekly PF points and such to buy S++ staff? Well, it's because I can just get S++ staff from insurance fraud. I can just get it whenever I want for free. So I might as well just let it all just stack. You could buy a lot with your points you have. Yes, I can. But like I said, if I have the option to do it for free, I might as well just do that.
Extraction arrived at
However,
Motherbase.
to those who are on Xbox, you could still use the points to purchase S++ combat staff, because that is the only unit you cannot duplicate with insurance fraud. So, they would at least be used for that. But, you know, like I said, we're on PS4, so we can easily use the insurance farm method or the traditional way to earn some S++ combat staff. What are my thoughts on Eddie Pot? Man, every time, every stream, Eddie Pot somehow has to come up. And as you guys know, whenever you talk shit about Eddie Pot, something always fucks up during my runs. Okay, so
Heading to
have you guys
FOB.
watched that video that George, I can't even pronounce his last name, so forgive me on that, but he starts with an S. He's a really good FOB player. Have you guys seen that video yet? Where he essentially just makes fun of Eddie Pot and the way how he makes videos. I believe it was less than a week ago. Yeah, I think it was only a few days ago that George made that video.
Successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival
He didn't
PF's
say anything, he didn't really do much. All he did was he just made the video in the same exact format that Eddie Pot would, you know, with a lot of useless information and just like overall cringeworthy stuff. So it was a clear jab at Eddie Pot, because in the video itself, it would play little snippets of his intro, of Eddie Pot's intro. So yeah, if that's not like a big enough clue to say that this is parroting Eddie Pot, then I don't know what is.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
But my thoughts on Eddie Pot are, I would say at first he made some pretty good content, but now it really just feels like he makes
Roger that.
a lot of random stuff in Metal Gear Solid 5. And I don't want to say useless, because there's some things that he has made that are pretty interesting to look at, but there are a lot of things that he has made that are kind of like clickbaity. Like, for example, okay, I did not ever watch this video yet, but apparently if you play as Morpho, or sorry, not Morpho, if you play as Mosquito in the FOB event Mosquito's Legacy, your staff will not, the staff on the FOB itself will not attack you, and they'll just let you run right through, and they'll just salute you and stuff. But from what a lot of people have told me in the Discord chat, it was all bullshit. It was nothing but a troll. And that's pretty much it.
Infiltration successful.
Extraction arrived at Motherbase.
I think it was because GS fell for Eddie Pot's video about the mosquito. Yeah, maybe. I wouldn't doubt it, because I know a lot of people were upset. And hell, even on my Mosquito's Legacy video, like the actual FOB guide, I had like a few people saying, "Oh, did you know if you do this?" I'm like, "No, it's just a troll. Don't listen to Eddie Pot." Like, man, I can't believe he trolled everyone that fucking hard. Have I seen Panzer 89? Yes, I have seen him. I haven't really watched any of his videos. I've only seen like one video, and that was for the Skulls event. But sadly, what's interesting is that Okay, so with Panzer, for that particular video, because I have not seen any of his other videos, so I'm only going to critique this one video that he did long ago for Skull's Attack. So, as you all know, Skull's Attack can be done really, really fast and really, really easy.
Heading to
If you
FOB.
just have them, if you have the skulls placed in a certain position, and you have your rocket launchers ready to fire at them.
Deploying.
But essentially, what Panzer did is that he used buzzwords to help him get himself more views. And what I mean by that is, like, if you look it up, I'm pretty sure if you go look it up right now, the Skulls Attack event on his channel, look up Skulls Attack cheesing method, and you'll see that that video at that day at that time has a fuck ton more views than the video that I made that same day, but like without using buzzwords or anything. And I'm like, what? I'm like, wow, that's really low. You just like, oh, because like I said, in my video I used the same exact method. It's just the fact of the matter is that he used the word cheesing, and that just caught everyone's eye like immediately. But the thing is though is that, like, you know, it's just when you put the words cheesing and shit in your title, it just doesn't really look good. Even though the method is cheesy itself, it's just like it. I guess it falls under that trope of a clickbaity title, if you know what I mean. Like, or not a clickbaity title. I would say like a low quality, easy cash grab kind of video. And what I really mean by that is because Eddie Pot is like a real big offender of this. But okay, so if there's one thing that you can easily differentiate, like good videos and bad videos, or like the quality, or what you can suspect the quality might be in that video, is the thumbnails. And if you've noticed, every video that's like clickbaity as fuck, or just really stupid, always, and I repeat, always, has those red arrows or yellow arrows, and it's just a joke now. And Eddie Pod is the biggest offender because he puts those arrows everywhere. Well, not everywhere, but he puts them in the most weirdest spots in his thumbnail to hopefully catch people's eyes. And when you watch the video, it just turns out to be bullshit. Like, look up that mosquito video, and you'll see there's a fucking arrow in that video, too. Just an arrow pointing at fucking mosquito. Like, come on. And the funny thing about George's video is that in his thumbnail, he did the same formula because he knew. He knew that's what he does. He knew that's what a lot of people do, just to get a lot of views. But see, when you rely on stuff like that, when you rely on, like, you know, buzzwords and all this other shit, it just doesn't make you look good. It makes you come off as that person who is trying to make easy bank, who is trying to take the easy way out. Now, to that Panzer dude, I like I said, I have not seen any of his other videos, so I can't say that he does that on all of his videos. I'm just saying on that one particular video, he just kind of went there, and of course, it got him more views. It got him everything that he needed.
Heading to FOB. Deploying.
But yeah, it is just kind of a little bit lame that people really do stoop to that level. And if you guys haven't seen it yet, if you guys know who Chubbs is, here, I'll actually type in the name in the chat. If you guys ever watch this YouTuber, he actually made fun of the whole arrows and thumbnails trope. There we go. Okay, so it should be going through. Yeah, if you look up this YouTuber, just it wasn't too long ago. It was less than a few weeks ago. Look on his videos, and you'll find it immediately. You'll start to see arrows on the fucking thumbnail. Go watch that video. He essentially makes fun of the whole aspect of fucking of those arrows and how cancerous they kind of become on YouTube.
Be careful down
Have I seen King Destin? I've never heard of this person. But I would say the best way to sum up arrows in a thumbnail, like the the obvious like clickbaity looking arrows, is just very uncreative. Like it just lets you know the mentality that goes through when putting effort into that kind of video. And then another thing is when you look at the title as well, when you see people use buzzwords like cheese method or something else like that, it just doesn't really make you look good. Like, yeah, it'll get you the audience that you're trying to get, but in the end, it won't get you that kind of professionalism that you might be aiming for. I don't know. The reason why I title my videos and the reason why I do things the way I do is because I want to make my guides look very clean, professional, and something that people can go back and look at. Sorry. And know that they're, and on top of that, follow my channel and know that they're going to be getting more of that. He's a Metal Gear Solid 5 YouTuber? Well, yeah, I assume that, but who is this? Who is King Deskman though? Like, what does he do in Metal Gear Solid 5? Because as far as I know, there's a lot of Metal Gear Solid 5 YouTubers that only focus on certain aspects of Metal Gear Solid 5. For example, I focus on the single player, the mechanics of the game, and FOB events. Whereas George, he focuses more on the FOB events and how the mechanics work on that. Or sorry, on the FOB aspect of the game and how the mechanics work on that. And then you have Professor Kai, he focuses on the MGO aspect and how all the mechanics work in there. And you see what I mean? Like Metal Gear Solid 5, it's kind of a big game, but it's like, I don't think anybody can cover every little bit of detail in one swoop, in one channel, When do you think you'll do a live stream, MGO live stream? I think I'll probably do another one next week. We'll see how this stream goes. I'm pretty sure I'll get my 350k limit, so we'll see. And I think Eddie Pot dives more into the single player aspect because even when you look at his FOB videos, they're kind of really trash. Like, I don't mean no disrespect to him. It's just when I look at his quote unquote pro stat on FOB events, or sorry, FOBs, they're not pro strats. They are far beyond pro strats. Like, you just see him, doing really well on like a 2-platform FOB and like, oh yeah, this is what you gotta do. I'm like, no. I'm sorry, but most of us are not going to be encountering that. We're going to be encountering like 4-platformed FOBs with a full arm-to-the-teeth guard battalion waiting to destroy us. You did not face that. You did not encounter that. And I don't really dive into FOBs. I don't really do FOBs. So, I can't really say too much about Eddie Pot, but I just know from watching people like George, that is not how you do a pro run. That is not, there is nothing professional about that run whatsoever. Now, another thing that you could say is like, oh, well, maybe he made this video long ago when he only had a few platforms and that's all he was able to invade at the time. Well, the thing is, though, is that Eddie Pot's been playing for a really long time, and that video came out like, I would say like a month or two ago. So, knowing that Eddie Pot plays this game a lot, I would like to assume that he is pretty high level in, you know, his FOB or on his mother base. And in turn, he would be facing people who have full FOBs, full platforms. But he isn't. So I'm not exactly sure what that's all about. But yeah, it doesn't really stand up to the current times.
You gotta extract him.
But you know, speaking of thumbnails that I mentioned earlier, I really do need to come up with a really good formula for my own thumbnails, because if you guys haven't noticed, a lot of my FOB events don't really have their own unique thumbnails. They just have the stock thumbnail that YouTube will just pick out of the video. And, you know, I want... Oh, shit. I hope I don't get caught. Ooh, that was close. So I don't really have something that I can just put on there. And I don't want to just throw something completely random. I want something to be well constructed and like kind of
Extraction arrived.
how can I put it?
Base.
I want it to look really good, but also I want it organized, if that makes sense. So for example, when you look up my FOB events, you will notice that I will always have it titled in a certain specific way. That way, whenever anyone were to come onto my channel and look up FOB events, they will find the entire list right there. They will know the entire way, the layout that I put, and they'll know what to look for. And I want that same kind of feeling for the thumbnails as well. So I'm trying to figure out a way where I can have a nice, creative, well thought out, and organized thumbnail that I can use for every single FOB event that I do, and I also update the old ones as well. Hey there, True King. Hey there, Shadow. Nice to see you guys here. Oh wow, we already got 35 people watching. Awesome. Okay, so it's already been 30 minutes. Alright, so I already touched on a little bit on the thumbnails situation for my channel, not other people's channels. My channel specifically. So if it's something that I'm really going to be working on for my channel is the thumbnails for the FOB events, because they really need a facelift. They really need an update so that I can have a nice, well organized and well constructed set of videos that people can easily go and look for. A great example of how you can do some good, well constructed thumbnails is if you go look at Professor Kai's videos. The way how he has all of his videos labeled, you know exactly what aspect of Metal Gear Solid 5 it's going to be relating to, because he has this little like ribbon, that goes diagonal on the top right hand corner, and it'll say MGO or single player or something else, you know. And then of course, anywhere else in the thumbnail you can put down the title of whatever the hell your video is going to be. Whoops. Did you get the message I sent you? Which message? To be quite honest, I don't think I'm gonna make it out to that. I think I could have made that if I didn't pause. Prelate. I honestly get a lot of messages, so refresh my memory on what it was about. You don't have to go into full detail, but what was it about? And I may remember and I may not remember. Or sorry, not Prelate, Southern. Southern is the one who asked that question. Pretty late. Personally, I hate streamers that do not have a mic on. Yeah, that does get pretty annoying to know that you can't exactly fully communicate with the streamer, even though they can still type in the chat. It just doesn't feel the same. You don't get an immediate response. You don't really feel like they're paying attention to you. Oh, okay, Chisel. Well, good luck at work or whatever you're doing. You know, I'm actually kind of surprised. We talked about Eddie Pot and nothing too bad happened. Usually something goes horribly wrong
Deploying.
in my runs, but not this time. About how to get the riding suit? Do you know where you messaged me on? Was it on YouTube, Twitch, or yeah, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Discord? Because I could have sworn I did answer to someone who was asking me about the riding suit. But you can easily Google how to get it, and you'll get your answer immediately.
Successfully sneak your way into the heart of
You
the
just need to
rival
beat
TS
all the
FOB.
main missions
You
with
can
S
capture
rank.
staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss.
What's the insurance method you talk about? If you go onto my channel and look up insurance fraud, and that's what we're referring to. It's another way to farm S++ soldiers with your friends. I wonder if Professor Kai will show up on the stream today. Or show up in the chat. That'd be pretty cool.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. He's coming too. Roger that.
Oh, I see. So that was Chisel that asked me about the riding suit. Okay. Well, anyways, King. Ooh. Oh shit. So, King, all you have to do is just beat all the main missions, and I'm not talking about the like extreme versions or whatever. Just the regular main missions. Beat them with S rank. And if you have done that, you may be missing mission 46, I believe it was labeled, which is a quiet exit. Because usually most people that come to me asking like what to do, they're usually missing that mission, and it is a main mission.
Infiltration successful.
Well, True King, if you don't have any friends to do the method with, you could always just go onto the Discord chat
Extraction
that I have set
arrived
up,
at Mother
and you can
Base.
find yourself a buddy through there. Do you know how to get all female S++ staff for FOBs and Mother Base? Yes, in insurance fraud. What you have to do is make sure your buddy has just nothing but female staff on their FOB, and when you take them, the game will automatically regenerate another female S++ staff while you're under insurance. And from there, you'll just start collecting a bunch of female S++ staff. Happy birthday there, Camden. Did you go to your mother base today? Go if you haven't go it's your birthday on Friday. Okay, my bad. It's your birthday Friday. Yeah, if on your birthday, go onto your mother base, and you'll get a little surprise there. Yeah, Discord is like I guess you can kind of look at it as like a live chat, like a live forum almost. I have the invitation link on all my videos, so if you need help looking for it, just go click on any of my videos, any of my recent videos, and you'll see it there.
Heading to FOB.
But it's really neat. It's we have a pretty big community on there as it is, so there's always a lot of people talking and stuff. So it's really nice. Oops.
Successfully sneak your way into the heart of the
Oh,
rival PS
shit, I forgot to mention, if you guys are experiencing any issues with the audio or the quality, the video quality, let me know. I forgot to mention that in the very beginning. So I don't know if this entire stream has been looking like shit or been good.
Map has been updated.
Damn, that was fast. What is the next event after New World Order?
He's coming too. Roger that.
Okay, here's the thing though. Konami fucked up the event rotations. So after Bound Dragons passed, it was supposed to be Mosquito's Legacy. But instead, it came out to be Freedom of Oppression, which is supposed to come out after Mosquito's Legacy, I believe. So essentially, this is how the order went the last few times that just happened. So it was Bound Dragons, then Freedom of Oppression, and then Mosquito's Legacy, and now New World Order. So with that in mind, the next event that I assume is going to be is the Skulls Attack event. Because the other three have already passed. Even though they weren't supposed to pass in that particular order, they still passed. Is it 7 in your time zone? It's 7:42. Does insurance fraud require buying insurance from Konami? Yes. However, you can just easily buy the 1-day insurance the insurance thing for about 50 coins, and you can easily get 75 coins for free from just logging in to Metal Gear Solid 5 throughout the week. So it's actually not that big of a deal. Hey there, Blue Mew Gaming. Do you think there will be a Metal Gear Solid game after Survive? I believe so. I have a feeling that they're making Survive just to get some money and possibly some trust back from the fans. In all honesty, though, it just kind of really did do a number on the community. So it's not really going to help them there. But I do think that they are going to make another Metal Gear Solid game after that. Like a legit one.
Heading to FOB.
But we won't know until time tells.
Deploying.
Oh, it's 9:44 where you're at? Okay. You guys must be in the East Coast then. If it's 9. Can anyone play the old FOB events? No. I mean, technically you can, but you have to wait for them to arrive again. So, even though these FOBs have already passed, don't worry, they will come back again. It's just every FOB will last for every event will last for 2 weeks, and after those 2 weeks will be the next one and the next one and the next one. Now, the only thing that is different with all of the events, they're not all exactly the same, because if you were to go back and look at two different videos of the same exact event, you'll notice that the tasks are different, the rewards are different. So things do change very slightly, but sometimes that change is a lot. And the main reason why I have made FOB event guides is because when they first came around, when they came around for a second time, I went to go look up how to beat these certain events. Like, for example, Bound Dragons was a bitch for me to beat because at the time I didn't have a good strategy on how to beat it. So I would go on YouTube at the time and I would go look it up. And there's a nice solid way of beating it. But the problem is that, well, there's some tasks on that video that do not correlate to the event that's going on today. And who knows, the task that you might have to do for the event today might have to alter your route drastically or just slightly, and you just don't know. And I saw that as an issue because people weren't able to receive any information about the FOB events. They weren't able to, get good guides out there. So I took it upon myself to just make some guides every single time an event comes out. That way, whenever somebody looks it up on this specific day, they'll know, oh, okay, this is how you beat it, and not this other video. Alright, Camden. See you next week. Thank you for joining the stream. 2 weeks is way too long? Yeah, I highly agree. They should replenish the supply of everything after a week. Yeah, I could strongly agree with that. They should. That would be pretty good. But the thing is, though, they do it on purpose so that they would limit you and slow you down to make the game last longer. Oh, well, you're very welcome, Zach. I'm glad that my methods have helped you out in GMP.
Heading to FOB. Deploying.
Let's see. The reason why people hate it is because they're all wearing riot suits. You can't really use any. The only weapons that are effective against them are like the stun shotgun and like a high piercing sniper rifle, and that is until the riot pistol came along. Then that's when it really changed the meta of how to run Bound Dragon successfully.
You can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss.
What event cuts the cost of purchasing an FOB in half? It's not tied to a specific event. They just kind of do it randomly. The way how I kind of see it, I think they do it once every other FOB event. So, for example, the one right now, I could have sworn the previous FOB event featured the 50% off an FOB price tag. And of course the one today doesn't have that. So I have a feeling when the next event rolls around, you will get you'll get another chance to purchase an FOB at half the price. So I know it may be a little frustrating to try to hold off on buying an FOB, but trust me, that half off will really help you out and really help save you some mother base coins, especially if you're new and you're starting out. That'll definitely help you. So just play it safe, be patient, gather up staff, because the sooner you max out all of your FOBs with S plus and S plus staff, or S staff if you're that low rank, the easier it's going to be when you get new FOBs to fill those up with high rank staff as well.
Infiltration successful.
You're new to Metal Gear Solid 5, what are FOBs about? FOBs, okay, so long ago when this game first came out, FOBs were basically our only form of online PvP at the moment because MGO3 was not released. But they did serve another purpose. It was completely optional, but if you wanted to get more resources really quickly, then you would go on to other FOBs and you would steal resources from them and reach the core and win. Again, it was completely optional because at the time, the current like limit for materials was like, I would say 100k. It was very, very small. But then they introduced online the online storage, and that's when things kind of changed, and it started to become a lot more apparent that they were really trying to force FOBs as, or trying to make FOBs no longer an option, but something you have to do. And the thing about FOBs is that, like, again, they were an option, and all the mechanics and how everything worked, it was fine, you know? It was good.
Heading to
I don't think anyone
FOB.
really complained about it at all. I mean, I know I didn't. Because it wasn't mandatory.
Deploying.
Now, it is mandatory if you want to get more staff, you want to get high-level staff, if you want to get a lot of materials or a lot of resources to build a lot of weapons, you need to do FOB event. Or, sorry, I keep saying events. I'm sorry, everyone. You have to do FOBs. But here's the bullshit thing about it, is that you can build up your base. You can steal staff and you can build up your base. But then you're going to have people targeting you and raiding you and stealing your stuff.
Sneak your way into the heart of the
So,
rival
let's just say you earned yourself like 5 S++ staff. Well, in the midst of doing all that, you pissed off like 10 people doing that. So now you have 10 people retaliating on you, and they all just completely destroy your base, and they take your 5 S++ staff and then more. So when you finally log back into the game, if you weren't there to defend it, if nobody was there to defend it, you essentially lost your single player progress because somebody took your staff. And again, that was completely fine when it was just optional. Because back then, before the FOBs became mandatory, you were able to fully survive and sustain yourself by playing single player. You just play the game like normal, you go collect resources in single player, and you'll have more than enough. But now that they upped the prices of a lot of material, of a lot of weapons and such, and they also, one thing that really pissed off everyone was the fact that they nerfed a previous farming method on the single player, and people were like, well, what the fuck? Like, there was zero reason for that nerf to happen. But there was, actually, but in reality, there was. It was to push FOBs onto everyone. They wanted to make sure that the single player people don't have a way to easily get resources. So when they do bump up the prices and they do make more weapons, people can't easily get to them as quickly. But here's the shitty thing, though, is that they increased the output that you'll get from raiding FOBs, which that's not a bad thing at all. No, I don't disagree with that. I fully agree that if you want to risk yourself, you want to go out there and you want to farm a lot and do it that way, that's fine. It's just the bad thing is that you need. Well, the thing is that you have to try to counterbalance the single player community as well, which they did not do. They practically took away the farming method. They upped the amount of resources you get from FOBs, and if you were to try to grind in single player at that time, if you were to try to grind in single player for all the new weapons, you would practically go broke from just one weapon. And there was like easily 15 plus new weapons that came out that time, and it was completely bullshit. So now they made it to a point where FOB events were mandatory. If you want to make all this shit, you have to go out there, you have to risk yourself, and you have to risk getting attacked by other people doing that. And I thought that was bullshit. This is the only game I know of where you are actively penalized for playing offline. Very correct, John Smith. Very, very correct. And to me, okay, so here's the bullshitty thing about the whole FOB thing, is that, okay, I get it. If you go out there, you risk everything, and people attack you, that's fine. Okay, that's great. You knew what was in store, you knew the risks, and you still did it. That's fine. 100%, I agree with that kind of system. What I don't agree on is when you do not participate in FOB event, when you do not participate in FOBs, you only do FOB events, which, mind you, FOB events they're not run by a player. It's just an AI that will not retaliate on you, and it's specifically there for people to just go there, chill, and actually just beat it and want to get some extra goodies out of it. I find it very unfair that if I were to go and work very hard, grinding for like a week, let's say, for a week of grinding on the FOB event just to get 2 or 3 S++ staff, for just some random person out of nowhere to just come by and just raid my base and steal them all. What did I do to deserve that? I didn't attack anyone. I didn't go out of my way to go steal it from someone else. No, I completely played it safe. I just played on the FOB event, and I didn't bother anyone. But here's the problem: people can come and bother you, and that's where I strongly disagree with the FOB system. And that's essentially just where everything has started for making my videos on how to essentially cheat the system that cheats you. Because if you really look at the core, if you look at everything that I just explained to you, the game is literally made to cheat you and steal from you if you do not actively keep playing the game. You could put this game down for a month, and I guarantee you 30 people will probably be raiding you, and when you get back, you will have less than what you had when you left. And there goes all of your single player progress, there goes all of your staff, and your resources. Why? Because you decided to take a break. What kind of bullshit is that? And then to add another layer of salt on top of that, Konami releases this thing called insurance, FOB insurance, where you need to pay mother base coins, which, mind you, you can either get them for free or you can pay real money for them to protect your FOB while you're away. And the thing is, though, is that you can't earn enough free free mother base coins fast enough to protect you for how long you want to leave the game for. You need to pay to make sure your single player campaign is fine, your mother base is fine, and I just strongly disagree with that. Ooh, that was close. Looked away for 1 second. Just using the Molotov sniper rifle bankrupts you 3k precious metals just to deploy it, yeah.
Extraction arrived.
Oh yeah, and that's another thing. If Metal Gear Solid 5 servers are down, all of your resources are locked away. You can't access them while you're offline. So that's another bad thing about the system. John Smith, what exactly happened? Because I mentioned a few examples, but I don't know which one exactly appealed to you the most. Oh, and here's another kicker. Here's another really big kicker about the FOB system, okay? And let this be like something that a lot of new players should know. If you're on the console versions, if you do not have PlayStation Plus and Xbox Live, you can still go and invade other people's FOBs, and you can still steal stuff. They can still come over and defend and attack you. However, if you get attacked and you're online at that moment and you want to go and defend yourself, but you do not have Live or Plus, you can't. So let me get this straight. You're gonna allow me to go out there, risk myself, put a target on my own back, and when people come and try to fight me and I want to defend my own shit, I fucking can't? What the fuck?
Deploying.
Yes, FOBs can help you gain resources, but the risks, I mean, the risks come with the reward. Yes, but the thing is though, is that if you are not participating in FOBs in any way, shape, or form, if you're not going out there doing your own thing, if you're only farming on the FOB events, which again, they're platforms owned by Konami, they're just an AI.
Successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival PF's FOB. You can capture
If you just farm on those,
I'll be looking forward to
you do not bother anyone else, people can still come and bother you. They can still come, attack you, and steal stuff as if you went to their base and you did the same thing to them, except you didn't.
Be careful down there, boss.
Updated.
And that's what really pisses me off about it, is that there is absolutely no option whatsoever to kind of put you on a type of Peace Walker list where people do not bother you and you do not bother others. There is no such option in this game, and because of that, people who want to take a break from the game are vulnerable. They are left out there for the wolves. And when you come back after your month break to come and try to enjoy all the new weapons because you knew that you have enough resources and levels to actually do it, well, guess what? The 10 people that just robbed you, yeah, they took all of your shit, or they took most of your shit. So you gotta restart. And mind you, you have to raid a few FOBs to get a little bit of S++ staff, and they take a long time to get, and they can just as easily be stolen from you as well. You are not protected whatsoever unless you buy FOB insurance. Then you're protected, but that is bullshit. It's bullshit that you have to pay extra money, theoretically have to pay extra money, just so that your single player campaign is not messed with.
Infiltration successful.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Prelay, I'm pretty sure that even if you don't have online, the attackers or the people who are defending that have plus can still come in and invade you, or not invade you, can still come in and protect their base. I'm pretty sure that's how it goes. I'll have to double check on that aspect. But if it is like the other way around, where if you don't have live and you go and attack somebody who does have live and they try to go and defend themselves, you can't, or they can't, which that's also kind of bullshitty. But I just know for a fact that if you don't have online and you do get attacked and you want to defend yourself, you can't. That's all that I know. But the thing is, though, you can't. I mean, you can easily just say, "Oh, well, then just don't purchase Xbox Live and PlayStation Plus." Yeah, well, that's good and all, but I'm pretty sure people are playing more than just Metal Gear Solid 5 that require PlayStation Plus and Xbox Live. You see what I mean? It's not a workaround that people can do. So all in all, the FOB system, as interesting as it is, as different as it is from a lot of games, it's severely broken in a lot of aspects. That could be easily fixed and could easily be, like, you know, over and done with, but they aren't. And I believe Konami wants it to be that way in order for everyone to just in order to slow down the grind even more.
Has been updated.
Because in a game where you can steal other people's stuff that directly affect their progress, how can you like, you know, put your stuff away and the instant you turn your back, someone else just swiped it from you, and that shit took you hours to get? How are you expected to gain all the levels to gain what you need to progress? With that kind of system. And in all honesty, that kind of system doesn't do anything but kind of discourage new players. Because like I said, nobody wants to grind all of their staff and such legit, and only for all of them to be, or most of them to be stolen. A great example that I used for that kind of situation is Dark Souls. I don't play Dark Souls, but I have seen a lot about it, and I've seen a lot of PvP aspects of it. And I do know that there's a lot of weapons and armor in the game that you have to get really lucky with RNG to get, or you have to grind your ass off to get, or to obtain. And how would you feel that if you went on PvP and you died, you lost all of that shit? You lost everything that you just fucking worked for. I'm pretty sure it would make you quit. And to all of you Dark Souls players out there, I'm pretty sure you guys would say the same thing. I think you guys would quit, knowing that
Extraction
badass
arrived
weapon
at Mother Base.
that you took a long ass time finding, enchanting, leveling up, or whatever the system is. I think it's enchanting. All for it to be gone. Just gone. Just like that. All because you wanted to try to enjoy PvP. And you can't. But now make it even worse to where these people can actually invade your single player game and actually just take it from you while you're gone. Yeah, I'm pretty sure a lot of people would fucking quit. So that is, so FOBs, when they were an option, they were fine. They were great for what they were. But now as a mandatory thing, they're not. They're absolutely not. The Dark Souls comment, pretty accurate. I'd quit if all those hours in Dark Souls 3 grinding Silver Knights went to waste. Yeah, and to add just another fucking layer of salt. Imagine somebody rating you, right?
Heading to
And
FOB
because you don't have plus or whatever the fucking way how the system is, you can't defend yourself. And they got away with your shit. Even though you were there, you could have stopped it, but you can't because the fucking system would not let you. Yeah, I'm pretty sure many fucking people would have dropped that game immediately. And it shows too in this game as well. A lot of the player base has died throughout this year when it's been released. And there's a lot of reasons for it. I'm not going to say that FOB is the absolute pinnacle, the absolute reason why. But it does play a big factor in it. And thankfully, a lot of my videos have shown people how to survive. It has shown people how to survive in single player and get around the system and essentially tell Konami to go fuck themselves for creating this. And because of that, a lot more of the player base has stayed. A lot more of the player base has invested. Hell, a lot more. I've known some people who, after they found out about infinity farming, they immediately went to go buy Mother Base coins with their own money because they knew they can build up that FOB pretty quick. So yeah, in one part, the videos have actually helped Konami, but in another part, it has helped the community more than it has done for Konami. Or I don't know, it could be equal. I don't know. I just know that I have made a big impact on the community. And there's going to be a lot of people who strongly disagree with a lot of my videos because they are fully engulfed in the idea that it's perfectly okay to go and steal someone's stuff, to go and destroy someone's progress when they have not wronged you in any way, shape, or form. It is completely okay for someone to come and do that to you. There are people that are engulfed in that idea. And it's shitty because they're not in a position of like a new player. They're not in a position of a player who doesn't want to play FOBs. They're not in that position because obviously those people are going to be playing FOBs all day, all night. So of course they would care less about, or not exactly care less, of course they wouldn't care about our opinion about that. But that's the problem though, is that part of the community is, oh shit, make a run for it. I don't think I'm gonna get the stealth bonus, but oh well.
Infiltration successful.
But yeah, I've been under scrutiny for a very long time, ever since I made Infinity Farming along with a lot of other videos. I've been always under that scope of like a controversial kind of YouTuber when it comes to the community. And like I do want to make this known. I don't do all this stuff because like I hate the community or like I want to ruin the fucking system or whatever the fuck people think. That's not why. Well, technically, I do want to fuck with the system because the system fucks with you. Wish there was something that could put the players under some list where you don't worry about being infiltrated besides paying for insurance. Now, I do not own this game, but from what I've heard, in Watch Dogs 2, there is kind of a system similar to FOB events where people can just join in your game and steal data from you. I don't know how important data is. I don't know the currency. I don't know the game. I just know that that is a factor in there. It works very similarly to FOB events. But here's the thing though. Ubisoft was smart. There is an option for you to turn that shit off so nobody can fucking come in while you're playing your missions in single player and completely fuck you over. But that's the thing. Konami doesn't want you to do that. And if they do want you to do that, they want you to pay for it. Because apparently, preserving your single player is a service, not a luxury.
Deploying.
You get invaded, not raided? Okay. Alright, I think I'm done with the whole FOB rant. I do want to talk about the channel a little bit, and I want to give you guys some insight and some ideas that I have for the channel coming up.
Staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss.
So I've already covered the thumbnails, and sorry I went off on that long tangent. It's because I really wanted to convey the system and how it works and like what it does to you, because of course the person that asked was new and they didn't know, they don't understand, which is completely fine. I don't mind re-explaining that to someone who's new and doesn't understand. I just know that the way that you can truly understand it is when you play the game long enough to experience it for yourself, and you will know immediately how much of a shit system it is. So yeah, I will make a video though about it, and I will have a more constructive or a much more constructed speech about it. That way I can cover a lot of the changes that have happened throughout the year that this has been out, along with, like, you know, just if it's good game design, if it's bad game design, etc., etc. Just really covering a lot about the system, highlighting the both good and the bad. Like, I want to do a really big critique on the FOB system. So that will come one day. I can promise you guys that. And hopefully, I do want to get the thoughts of Young Ye. If you guys don't know who he is, he's a pretty big Metal Gear Solid 5. I mean, he doesn't exclusively do Metal Gear Solid 5, but he is pretty well known in the community. He does a lot of news and stuff about it, so he's pretty well known, and he knows his shit. So he has a really good head on his shoulders, and he knows exactly like what's good, what's bad. And I do want to try to get other people in as well. Possibly some people like George that participate in FOBs all the time. And I want to hear their input on how they feel about the system. Because who knows, maybe they hate it just as much as I do, but they have no choice but to play it. Or they played it so much, like, it's just all that they know. And that's why they just keep playing it. Oh, and if you think it's that fucking bad on consoles, oh, wait until you fucking hear about PC. Yeah. Watch yourself get raided by a dude who's firing an LMG that shoots rockets. Yeah. Then you'll really know hell. Oh, and what's even better is that Konami doesn't do jack shit about it. They don't give a fuck.
Deploying.
Write whose name here? Let me see, Prelate, who are you? The guy that you mentioned? Here, I'll type his name. There you go. It should come up on the chat soon. That's the guy that's pretty well known in the community. You'll immediately his title has like he has a lot of blue in his like thumbnails and even in his profile picture as well. You'll see him. You'll be able to find him pretty damn quick. But if you really want to get to understand how he works, go watch his videos about Metal Gear Solid 5. Go watch his videos about Metal Gear Survive. Like the dude is he tries to keep a very unbiased and neutral stance on a lot of things. And I highly respect that. Because in all honesty, there's not a lot of people that do that or fuck even try. And definitely subscribe to the guy. I've been subscribed to him for a very, very long time. Always glad of all the news that he puts out when it comes to Metal Gear Solid 5. Especially the most latest one about Chico's scrapped concept. Holy shit. That was amazing. Well, I will talk a little bit about that in a bit. I just still want to continue talking about some of the stuff I want to change on my channel. So, thumbnails are going to get an update. I'm going to finally get myself a goddamn cover art. Yeah, it's a cover art, right? That's what it's called. When you go on someone's channel, that little section on the very, very top. Yeah, that's a cover art, I believe. Yeah, I'm finally gonna get something. I'm gonna finally fucking put something there because I'm tired of it not having anything. It just makes me look like a noob YouTuber, you know, like a new YouTuber. And I'm not. I've been doing this for about a year already, so I gotta step my game up.
Infiltration successful.
Kai, the method that I am using is on my channel. It's my most recent video right now. It's just it's FOB Event, New World Order guide, and I go into detail on what you do and what to look out for and what kind of setup you should use. Hey there, Pax. Nice to see you in the stream. Oh damn, it's Professor Kai. Oh shit. If you guys haven't checked out Professor Kai's channel, he makes some really good shit about MGO Like just like I would say out of I don't really know too many MGO players, but I would say the best person to go to for any information about MGO is Professor Kai. Definitely go look that guy up. So I'm gonna finally get fucking channel art. I'm finally gonna get that on there. I also want to add, what's it called? I want to have.
Heading to FOB.
I do want to add something in the actual videos itself. It's more of like a a tile, I guess you can call it, where you like.
Deploying.
It's just a little like background, and then in it you'll place like words and stuff of like what the hell you're talking about, like a little like comment bubble, something like that, but something that looks cool and professional. I want to add shit like that. Now, the reason why I haven't really done stuff like that for my video itself is because I just know that with my current PC rig, it will take a little bit longer for the entire video to render because it's doing more sophisticated stuff.
You can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss.
But I do know that I really should, you know, I really need to consider like improving my work, improving my channel, and it has to start with like a lot of things really. But most importantly, I do want to make my videos look a lot more higher quality and a lot more productive.
Clouds approaching.
So that's what I'm really aiming for. And so I'm going to be working very hard for the next month, and I'll try to get it out there as soon as I can. But if you guys are on Discord, I will actually share with you guys some of the ideas and concepts that I've came up with to put in the video, and like even like mock thumbnail previews as well. And I just want to hear your guys' input because you know I only know so much. You know, I've been on YouTube for a very, very long time. I've seen a lot of stuff, so I do know a lot of things, but I'm not a perfect person by any means. So there could be some things that you guys might know that might actually improve what I'm doing, and hearing your guys' input would greatly help on that. So I will definitely try to get the community a little bit more involved, because in all honesty, without you guys, I wouldn't be where I am right now. I mean, granted, my channel is still pretty small, but it is growing. It's growing at a steady pace. I'm already at 4K subs. I don't know if you guys ever noticed that, but I am at 4K subs, so when I do hit the 5K, I do want to do something special. But yeah, 4K and growing. And I only started just a year ago.
Infiltration successful.
Actually, Professor Kai, I did bring up your thumbnails about how you do it, where you put like a little ribbon on the top right corner, and you type in like MGO, or just something that relates to whatever that video is going to be, and then you add some other good stuff on that thumbnail to help make it look organized, professional, and it just gives people an idea of what they're looking for, and if they want to find that specific video, they know exactly where to find it and how to easily spot it. I want to do something like that with mine, in terms of the FOB events and just other stuff in general. So I will be working on that. I am going to be... Okay, so I know a lot of people have been asking me for this for a long time now, and I think it has been long enough. I think there's already enough content for me to actually work with, but I think I am going to start doing a weapon review series on this game, because if you were to go look up all the weapon reviews for Metal Gear Solid 5, the most popular YouTubers that have done weapon reviews have no mic whatsoever. And it's just every few seconds, it's just a wall of text, just explaining to you the pros and cons of this weapon. And in all honesty, it's just tiring,
Heading to FOB.
and it's also shitty that that is the only option you have. The only 3 people that I know who have actually, like, you know, did a lot of research on the weapons was Eddie Pot, Revolution Gaming, and I've known, or I haven't really known him, but I've talked to him a few times, so I really like his content and the way how he does it. But still, though, it's just the fact that there's no narration. It does get kind of stale. But so it's Eddie Pot, Revolution Gaming, and this guy named Bug Juice. I don't know if you guys ever heard of him, but yes, he has done some weapon reviews. But like I said, all three of them share one common thing: there is no narration whatsoever, and there's just a lot of text. And in all honesty, a lot of people don't want to just read an entire video. They just don't. They don't want to read an entire script. And I made a little rant about that long ago when I made a weapon. If you look at my weapon comparison for the Molotov rifle, I kind of do poke fun at that, and I do go on a little rant about it. But it just, yeah, I just don't like it. So yes, I am going to be starting up a weapon review series soon. That way, you know, it just adds some more flavor, it adds some more content on to my channel, and you guys have something more to look forward to every week instead of just FOB event and then a stream, you know. Because as I see it right now, I think I've covered most of everything that needs to be known in Metal Gear Solid 5 in terms of like mechanics, single player. There's still some other stuff that I have been requested to do and talk about, because it is kind of important. So I am going to do those too. Like, for example, the demon points and how the hell that system works. So, yeah, there's all that stuff. But most importantly, I've always been requested to do weapon reviews because, one, I'm very, very high level. I can get any weapon I want pretty damn fast. So, obviously, I will have immediate access to it, and I will have a lot of knowledge and time to study it over people who just want to know what they should be buying, what should they be building early on, or whatever. What is this stream about? This stream right now, I'm just doing this FOB event. That way people can see how I handle it whenever shit hits the fan, because not every run is perfect.
Extraction
But
arrived at Mother Base.
the other half of the stream is me discussing my channel, what the ideas I have that I want to put into it, and like, you know, do with it. That way, I just improve from here on out. Review hand to Jehudi. Like I said, I'm gonna do a weapon review series, and it's gonna cover everything. But I need to work on titles or thumbnails, and I need to work on tile cards and such for the actual video itself. And on top of that, come up with a formula, because okay, if you guys want a really, really, really good example of how to do weapon reviews right, look up this dude right here. Oops. Here. Give me one sec. Let me type his name in the chat. Okay, this guy has not done anything about Metal Gear Solid 5, but I just want you to go on his channel, pick any weapon, especially in the Payday series. Pick any weapon that he has reviewed in the Payday series, and just marvel at the the quality of his craft when it comes to reviewing weapons. I want to do something kind of like that. I don't want to take his work and say it's mine. No. I want to do something that's like really professional, something on that kind of level. But yeah, I take some inspiration from that, mostly. And I want to do something at least at that level or close to that level of how he reviews weapons. But like I said, he has the formula. When you watch that video, and if you were to watch like 2 or 3 of his videos, you will notice that he has a specific way of how he handles it and how he like goes into detail about every single weapon. And it's very constructive and it's well thought out. I want to have that same formula or similar, a similar formula for my videos when I review weapons. So like I said, it's gonna be a lot of work, and I can guarantee you that with my current PC rig at the moment, I'm pretty sure that it will take, because I can tell you this right fucking now, a 15-minute video, I shit you not, even with barely any fucking edits, took me like 6 fucking hours to render. I don't know.
Successfully
That's a lot.
the rival PF's FOB. You can capture staff from
So I mean, my rig is okay. It's like medium quality, you know. But like I said, I really do want to improve my videos. I want to improve how they look. I want to improve how it's presented, and I just want to, like, you know, give more. Yeah, I want to do more. I want to improve. So it will take me a while. But like I said, every journey you have to start with your first step. So, as I mentioned, all the stuff that I just talked about that I'm going to be working on, I will be communicating with you guys a lot. I want to hear your guys' opinions. I want to hear what you guys think about certain aspects of it and how it looks. Maybe get some pointers. I mean, because like I said, I'm doing this not only for myself, but also for you guys as well. I want to give you guys the best quality content that I can. So who else to involve in the decision-making process than you guys itself? Oh, I've heard of General McDadass. I haven't really seen, I don't recall any of his weapon reviews. I just know that he's pretty popular with weapon reviews.
infiltration successful.
Let me see. I believe there was one more thing I was going to be working on. No, I think that's about it.
Arrived at Mother Base.
By the way, along with improving my video quality, I do want to also let you guys know that out of the entire year that I've been earning like revenue from you guys watching and such, I've put that all in complete savings. I haven't really touched it at all, and it has accumulated a lot. What I'm gonna do with that money, along with just, you know, me saving up money personally from, you know, working jobs and whatnot, I'm gonna use all that money and get myself a really, really high-end gaming rig. Not to only just play video games and on it, but I just know with a much more powerful PC, I will be able to render videos a lot fucking faster, which will definitely encourage me to put more effort into them because I know they'll be pumped out immediately. Whereas right now, if I were to do a 15-minute or a 30-minute video, that shit's gonna be like rendering all day, you know? So have you guys talked about adult Chico? No, not yet. We will soon. We will soon. Do I have all the game upgrades? Somewhat. I almost have all of them. I just know that I have a lot more than what normally others will. So I am going to invest in a much stronger PC when I finally make have enough money to make it. But, you know, like I said, you know, watching these videos, subscribing, like just doing that, that's already good enough support from you guys, and I highly appreciate that, and I'm really thankful for that. But if you guys do also want to, you could also just go on my Patreon and also donate per month and such. That also goes towards it too. Oh, that's it. Okay. Another thing that I was going to work on was future possible Patreon rewards. Because right now, I really don't know what else to really put on my Patreon in terms of like a reward tiers. Like, I don't know what else I can offer that would really incentivize you guys to really want to donate a little bit more to me per month. Diane, a tip for you to catch up, yeah, play FOB events. They will get you a lot of plants, they'll get you a lot of resources, they'll get you what you need
Successfully sneak your
pretty
way
damn
to the heart of the
fast.
rival PF's FOB, and you can capture staff from them. I'll be looking
I
forward to
also
meeting
want
the
to
new
invest in some
recruits,
better
boss.
equipment. So, if you guys don't know this already, if you guys have been watching Professor Kai, he actually just got a Blue Yeti mic, and I've actually seen that mic around, and I've really wanted to try it out, but I never really knew how good it was until the day when I watched it, until last week when I watched his stream. He had that mic, and oh wow, it was just amazing. It sounded great, and I wanted to have that for like, I mean, this mic right now, this is good. From what you guys tell me, this mic is really good, and this mic was super cheap too. But it's good. But what I want to do with that Blue Yeti was do more friend streams where I have my friends come over, and we play a game, and we just hang out. The last few times I've done that in the past, this mic couldn't, it can't really do too much. You guys can only hear my voice because it's at a very close proximity to my mouth. But once I put it away from me, I'll actually demonstrate that in like a few minutes. But if I put it away from my mouth just a little bit, you guys will notice a real huge dip in my voice. Or a dip in the volume of my voice. And that's obviously bad because if you're in a room with friends and you're trying to all talk to each other and you want the stream to hear you, they can't. So, okay, here's an example. Alright, so here's the mic where I would normally have it placed right now, okay? So this is where I would have it placed if I have my friends over.
Extraction arrived
Tell me
at
how much you guys can
Motorbase.
hear me right now. And I'm just speaking with just a regular calm voice. Not talking loud, not saying anything, or not trying too much. How much can you guys hear me? I'm pretty sure a lot of you will be like, well, I can't hear shit, or it's really hard to hear. And with that Blue Yeti mic, Kai was able to have it at a good distance from him, and you can hear him clear as day. Do what you must to improve your channel. Just don't do Eddie Pot and make 10-minute long videos filled with nonsense. I like your channel because you go right to the point. Well, thank you, Sid. I promise you guys I won't go to the dark side. I won't make cringy videos with arrows in my fucking thumbnails, talking about dumb shit. Oh, hey, Kai, you're back. Oh, this whole time I thought Kai was listening. Man. Well, maybe he'll catch a little bit of the end of what I was talking about with the whole Blue Yeti thing. But yeah, I was just giving you some props about that Blue Yeti. Like, that just really gave me some good insight on what I should buy for a mic that could, one, give me some good quality, and two, would be really great for like group streams if I ever decide to do that with my friends again. You can hear my sister across the apartment on that Blue Yeti. So yeah, I'll definitely get more equipment. So along with better PC, oh yeah, and that's another thing. If I have a better PC, like a much stronger PC, you guys will be able to experience this stream in 1080p, 60 frames per second. That's another thing that I really want to give you guys. Because right now it's at 720p, 30 frames per second. That's the absolute best I can pull for you guys with this rig.
Deploying.
It's not the best, but it's obviously not the worst. So but also, what I do want to do with that gaming PC, I do want to stream, because, okay, long ago, a subscriber actually got me a copy, he gifted me a copy of Metal Gear Solid 5 The Phantom Pain on Steam, and I was really grateful, but what really sucks is that with my rig right now, it can play the game, but I would have to have the settings so low, it just looks like absolute garbage, you know? And I'm like, oh, there's no way I'm gonna stream this. So I have not touched that game ever since I got it, and I already explained it to him, so he understands. So like I said, I greatly appreciate that he gave me that game. He bought it for me as a gift. Greatly appreciate it. It's just I don't have a good rig to make it look nice, to make it look pretty, so I can play it all. Because I really don't mind playing it all over again. I don't mind playing it all over again while streaming it and having fun with you guys. And you guys get to watch me fuck up because I don't have all my good shit anymore. Hey there, Michael. Nice to see you at the stream.
He's coming too. Roger that.
So yeah, there's going to be a lot of improvements this year on my channel. And it will take some time, but I will put a lot of effort into it. And, you know, if one of these days you guys start seeing some... Because I have experimented in the past with different ideas and concepts of how I should have a video constructed. So, if you guys one day start to see a pattern of something new, well, there you go. That's because I found something that looks good, and makes my videos look good. And, yeah.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
But you know what else I really want to do with the Phantom Pain on PC? I don't want to just stream and play it vanilla. I want to actually have model swaps. I want to make the game... I want to make the experience a lot better. That way, you guys aren't just in store for, like, just another run of Metal Gear Solid 5. No, I want you guys to be in store for an adventure. Because you don't... I mean, what I want to do is I want to, you know, model swap a lot of things. That way, it just makes the game look a little bit interesting. The playthrough a little bit more interesting. So... that's what I plan to do when I do get that monster rig and I do play it and stream it.
Heading to FOB.
So I think that is about it for the ideas that I have for my channel. I'm a noob, but what is model swap? Okay, hold on. Man, I have to reference a lot of YouTubers today. Okay, I think that's how you pronounce his name. Look up this YouTuber, and you'll see what model swapping is in Metal Gear Solid 5. Trust me, I'm pretty sure a lot of people will enjoy it. So if you guys ever haven't heard of him, the dude's name is Lakatui. He makes a lot of, he does model swaps of Metal Gear Solid 5 on the PC. And he just, you know, records the actual cutscene of whatever the hell he swapped the models of. And a lot of them just look really fucking hilarious. But imagine, you know, me doing that, but like, you know, I'm playing through that as like the legit game. So I'll continue the whole game the way how I modded it. Hey there, Sonny. It's been pretty nice. Yeah, see, a few of you already know him. He's pretty well known. whenever it comes to Metal Gear Solid videos, he's one of those dudes that you'll know.
Too. Roger that.
But yes, you are right, Kai. Giving a lot of YouTubers a shout out today. And in all honesty, aside from Professor Kai, I don't know any of I don't know any of them whatsoever. So they're getting just free advertisement from me because I know that I know that they produce some really great content and they deserve the subscribers they have. And what I want to do is I want to produce better quality from my own videos and, you know, do the same as well.
Infiltration successful.
Can I get a 1 in the chat if you're a real hustler?
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Okay, Stephen, I'll definitely go and look that up when I'm done, and I'll definitely add you. I don't really talk on there too much, but what I do plan for the community is whenever I host MGO events, which I'm probably going to do another one next week. I usually have a party open there. That way you guys can easily join that, and I can, you know, easily just send you an invite, and there we go, over and done with. Lackatui. Oh, did I spell it wrong? I mean, if I spelled it wrong, then, you know, correct me if it was wrong. I don't mind. Because I just know that the name's kind of hard to spell. But yeah, that's how you spell it right there. Lackatui. Oh, excuse me. Lackatui. But you know what I have not done yet? I do want to play... Okay, so... alongside of... Actually, I do want to reveal a little bit more stuff about the channel. Okay, so along with all those improvements, I do want to also play other games too. Now, don't get me wrong, I'll definitely focus a lot on Metal Gear Solid 5, because there's a lot to be said and done. But I do want to let you guys know ahead of time that I will also do... If you start seeing other videos about different games in my channel, you know, don't worry, it's not that I'm forgetting about Metal Gear Solid 5 or I'm getting tired of it. That's not it. I do want to do other stuff, you know. I've always wanted to be, you know, someone who enjoys making videos about video games, you know. I've always wanted to just do stuff like that. And, you know, as much as I really, really love Metal Gear Solid 5, you know, I can't just do Metal Gear Solid 5 for the rest of my life. And I'm pretty sure you guys would agree with me on that. But like I said, that, you know, there's a lot to be said and done here, so you'll see a lot more content coming from Metal Gear Solid 5, a lot more better content coming from this game. But alongside that, I want to do other games as well. Hell, I wouldn't mind streaming all the other Metal Gear Solid games either, like Metal Gear Solid 4 or Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, and 3. Like, I would love to go back and play it all over again and have you guys, like, you know, come in the stream, enjoy, and we'll all get to, like, laugh, cry, and rage. I mean, because it's a really good series. Now, if it's one game of the Metal Gear Solid series I have not played yet, it's Twin Snakes, and I haven't played that for a good reason because I heard a lot of shit about it. But I want to play it just so I can say, okay, I played it, I understand it, I don't ever want to go back to it ever again.
Roger that.
So yes, hopefully in the future you guys will watch me stream Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes and we'll get to laugh at all the absurd shit that they added to it. Because I've seen a lot about it. And, you know, I'm just saying I had never physically played it, so
He's coming too.
a lot of stuff to look forward to this year. A lot of stuff. And to those of you, I know there's a lot of people here who are also who are also thinking about making videos or starting out making videos regarding Metal Gear Solid 5 or other games in general. I think the best tip that I can really give you guys for that is always strive to do something better. Always strive to surpass yourself, in a sense. Because essentially, everything I just told you is what I'm trying to do right now. I'm trying to surpass my current self, my current way of doing videos and the quality of these videos, and give you guys something better.
Arrived at Mother Base.
You do Metal Gear Solid 5 videos for the rest of your life, god damn it. Solid Snake is Chuck Norris and Twin Snakes. Oh god. Have I played Metal Gear Acid? Yes, I have. And I wouldn't mind playing that again. It's just, I don't know if there's going to be a lot of people who are interested in that, because the mechanics of that game are vastly fucking different from the rest of the Metal Gear series. Oh, but if it's one game, okay, this is gonna sound weird. If there's one game I would love to hate to play, if that makes any fucking sense, is Portable Ops. I want to stream Portable Ops because a lot of people, okay, I always tell people to be grateful of the current Fultoning system in Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker and in Metal Gear Solid 5. Because if you were to see the recruiting system in Portable Ops, holy shit, you will fucking cringe at how terrible it is. So I want to stream that one day, and I want to show you guys how fucking terrible it is, and how glad I am that Kojima fucking improved that shit by like tenfold.
Heading to FOB.
I'm thinking of doing a Definitive Edition stream. Go for it.
Deploying.
Because if you also go on my Discord chat, there's a lot of people there as well who are also just small-time YouTubers. And a lot of them make some pretty interesting stuff. But, you know, I try to do what I can to give some support, give some advice. Because, well, when I first started out, I didn't have anything. I didn't have shit. I just saw an interest in Metal Gear Solid 5, and I knew some pretty good methods, and I was like, okay, let me go ahead and just make a video or two. I'm pretty sure this shit wouldn't catch on. I wouldn't get that many views. And as sooner than you know it, my very first video on Metal Gear Solid 5 on making, it's titled How to Make 5 million GMP in less than 15 minutes. Because at the time, 5 million was like the cap. So, that video of how to make 5 million GMP, that blew up. And it still is growing today. And that was essentially the start of my career in Metal Gear Solid 5. And it was essentially the start of me, you know, doing so much research and looking up so many things. And I'm very grateful that people have took notice to that. And they actually admire the work that I put in. So, like I said before, I really appreciate you guys for liking, subscribing, watching, and to some of you donating on the Patreon page too. It really means a lot. So, I want to push myself to better your guys' expectations. And that's about all I have to say about that.
Successful.
Actually, ethical. I think it's because Snake didn't have that much support
Arrived at Mother Base.
at all, so he kind of had to use he had to do some on-site procurement, and well, yeah, I think that's how he was able. I think that's why the Fultoning, that's why the recruiting system in that game was the way that it was, sadly. Then why couldn't you use it in the Snake Eater operation? Well, what would be the point of Fultoning people when you could just interrogate them on the spot by holding a knife against their throat? You know what I mean? I mean, because in Snake Eater, you weren't building a base, you weren't building a nation. You know, you were just infiltrating. You were doing your duty to go and assassinate the boss, and that's it.
Heading to FOB. Deploying.
Also, another thing I do want to throw out there, I know long ago I made a video about my current living situation and how things kind of dwindled a bit because I lost a pretty important job. But I can safely say right now, I'm actually at a pretty comfortable spot. And if it makes any sense, I feel a little, this may sound a little weird, but I feel a little bit more free than what I used to. And I'll probably make a video explaining a little bit more about that. But essentially, I am doing a lot better. Or maybe not as well, but I'm doing a hell of a lot better than where I was at when I first made that video. So but what's really great is that I actually do have a lot of free time on my hands. So why not use that to help improve my channel, improve my videos, and, you know, give you guys more. Oh, so to reiterate, all these changes and stuff, they're not going to happen immediately because I don't really have much to go off of. So for a while, you will still see the same old stuff. I will do some different videos here and there, but the quality will relatively still be the same for a while. But, you know, when it does improve, you will notice it. And I can guarantee you, I will work on it intensely. So, just look forward to that in the future. And I don't really like talking about the Patreon page too much because I don't want to make it sound like I'm just someone who's always like trying to sell people something. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to come off as that kind of guy. But if it's something that you guys should understand about the Patreon page is that I do have a monthly goal, and with that monthly goal, or at least some of it, I don't expect it to be max for me to achieve what I'm aiming for. But if I can at least achieve the monthly goal, then it will definitely help get me to where I would like to be a little bit faster in terms of the quality of my content. Oh, you're leaving Living Glitch? Alright then. Well, thank you for joining the stream. Nice to have you here and nice to hear you guys hear your input.
Arrived at Mother Base.
So currently right now I only have about 3, I think maybe 4 people supporting me on Patreon. And again, my reward tiers are very, very low. You either get to donate $1 or you donate $2, and then that's about it. Nothing more, nothing less. And you know, I do want to offer something more. I just don't know what the hell to offer. I already do a lot as it is. Well, I don't know. I'll come up with more things to hopefully incentivize more people. But yeah, like I said, if you guys ever feel like donating a little bit more, aside from just watching my videos, if you want to support me a little bit more, definitely just consider looking at the Patreon page and consider donating. And like I said, $1, $2 a video, It's not much because I always make sure that I have one video a week. So it's only just a few dollars every month. But getting just a few dollars
Heading
from
to
like
FOB.
10 people or 50 people or 100 people, that'll add up a lot. So it'll
Deploying.
definitely go towards all the stuff I'm trying to bring into light. But for now, I'm I'm saving up the money that I got from all the revenue from doing this entire YouTube business for a year. I also got partnered with a better partnership, which is I think it's called Union for Gamers. Uh, so I'll be getting even more revenue because of that. I'm also saving up money because
Successfully
I'm
sneak
working
your
a
way
lot
into the
now.
heart of the rival
So
PF's
that's
FOB
also going to help
and
go into
capture
it.
staff
So,
from them.
you know,
I'll be looking forward
I'm
to
doing my
meeting the new
absolute best.
recruits, boss.
So I apologize if it's not really going to come out as soon as you guys may expect it to, but it is coming. It will happen one day. And I hope to actually have it achieved throughout this year, or this upcoming year. Oh, he saw me. Okay.
Infiltration failed. Are you hurt? Try a little harder next time.
No, that was a lot to go over. But that is about it in terms of the channel. And I think I'm already... I know it's already 9, so I'm already at the point where I usually end the stream. 360k, so I already have more than enough to buy all my S++ stuff. And hopefully I might have enough to purchase all the other extra goodies. Well, we'll find out right now. So this is when I usually end my streams. So to any of you guys who are new, this is when I usually end it, is at 9 or 2 hours in, basically. I always start at 7 p.m. Pacific and at 9 p.m. Unless it's something special and I stay on a little bit longer. But other than that, this is when it just dies down. So let's see here. I need to get 5 people here. 3 people here. 3 here. Actually, wait. Scratch that. Oh, no, yeah, 5 people, yeah, okay. 3 people there. Nope, not you, Miller. 3 people here. Of course, I can never get rid of that dude. Here. And here.
Select unit.
Okay.
Staff dismissed.
We'll see how much I have left over after I'm done buying that. If I do have a little bit left over, I'll play a few more rounds. Level 155. Shit. You know what? You're right, Kevin. I apologize for that. I have not talked about Adult Chico. I actually really looked forward to talking about that today too, but I had so much to discuss over the FOBs, or sorry, the channel, but also the FOB thing really did put me off on a really long tangent. So I mean, yeah. You think you know why he had that jack in his chest? All right, go ahead and lay it on us. I'm curious to know what people think or what theories they have. Well, what I do have to say about Adult Chico before I go is that it's a really damn cool concept. He looks really badass, and it really would have made the game a lot fucking better. It would have made it more interesting. I wish he was still in the game. didn't know the latter was alive while he was being tortured. Whew. Alrighty then. Well, that is about it. It was a great stream. I had a lot to talk about. I think the max was like at 35 people, so pretty good. Made a lot of shout outs to a lot of different YouTubers. Jeez. But yeah, had to cover so many things. And I think I am going to make a video about it, like a much, a short video just detailing a lot of different things that I have in store. That way you guys can just get straight to the point and you know exactly what's going on. It's just, with this stream, I'm able to go into much greater detail as to what I'm doing. So, I'm glad you guys came down to watch me play this FOB event. I'm glad you guys sticked around to listen to what I had to say. But yeah, that is about it. So, I'd like to thank Professor Kai for coming into the stream. It was great having you here. And I want to thank a lot of people who are my regulars who also come in to watch my stream as well, such as Ethical, Spunky. I haven't really seen Spunky today, and I haven't seen Nuclear Eagle either. So I don't know what happened, but sometimes things happen. It's whatever. So there's a lot of things in the works for this channel, so expect to see big changes. Not too soon, but eventually. As I mentioned, if you want to be a part of the Discord chat community, I always have a link available for you guys to go ahead and join. I'm always talking on there and getting to know more people and helping more people. So it's just really great, and then everyone else helps each other as well. So it's a really, really great network of people to find a buddy and help yourself with whatever you need. Oh, by the way, so since I am already done with the FOB events or grinding for the FOB event, next week is going to be another MGO stream since a lot of people have been requesting it. So I'm like, why not? I had fun last time. So Professor Kai, I hope to see you there. And I promise you this time I will have a much better setup instead of a 30-minute fucking comm control. Holy shit. So I will definitely take a page of how you set up your FOB or your MGO streams, and I'll definitely learn and adjust to that, because I like how you do it, because it's just a lot more streamlined, a lot easier. So hopefully I can have you guest star in here as well. And this time I think it would be better if I just have you as just commentator, because I do know that it is difficult for you to play and commentate at the same time. So I don't mind if you just commentate. For me, I can play and commentate. So we all got our strengths and weaknesses. So yeah, I hope to see you there. I hope to see all of you guys there next time. I haven't been on MGO in a while. Yeah, I know. But hey, it's gonna be a learning curve. And watch me fucking destroy. What was his name? The best gamer or something like that. I forgot his name. Watch me destroy him. Watch me destroy Kevin Rivera, and fucking yeah, just all the other guys. Watch me just start destroying them because I got fucking better. But early on I'm gonna be a fucking noob. So yeah, look forward to the MGO stream next week. I will have more details about how you guys can participate and join in on that. So look forward to that. Look forward to all the future updates to my channel. And if you want to, I hate repeating this. If you want to join the Discord chat, you can. There's always a video. There he is, the strongest gamer. That's his name. If you want to join my Discord chat, you're always welcome to. Every single video will have a link to my Discord, Patreon, anything else that needs to be said there. And of course, if you guys want to support me even more, definitely consider donating on Patreon. Because like I said, all of that money is going towards something big, and it's going to really, really help jump the quality. But yeah, that is about it. Oh, let me I usually like to end off my stream with a little title card here. There we go. Yeah, my good old JoJo Metal Gear Solid 5 crossover. By the way, okay, one last thing before I go. Expect to see a Berserk and Metal Gear Solid 5 crossover from my channel art, okay? You expect to see that shit. It's gonna be amazing and it's gonna be fucking epic. I promise you. I have great fucking ideas for it. What platform I was playing on? I was playing on the medical platform. But yeah, other than that, great stream, great audience. Love talking to you guys. And I hope to see more of you, and I hope to build a bigger and better channel for everyone and for myself. So this is GamePro 24X. I hope you all have a good night, and I will see